The episode Beyond the Gates aired on Thursday, July 17th, begins with Nicole furiously storming into her parents' mansion, where her son, Martin Richardson, is also present. She had just been kicked out by Smitty after the horrifying truth about an incident 2 years ago came to light. No one in the family knew Martin had been involved in a street fight that led to Vernon Dupree's death. The secret begins to unravel when Vanessa McBride recounts to Nicole the strange press conference Martin abruptly canceled due to a supposed family emergency. Sensing something was off, Nicole starts asking questions and feels as though everyone is hiding something serious from her. Tensions escalate as Anita prepares to have a stern talk with her daughter, but it might be Nicole who explodes, especially after discovering her husband, Ted Richardson, knew the full truth about Martin's past and stayed silent. Her fury intensifies as she is still reeling from learning about Ted's past affair with Leslie. Feeling betrayed by her husband, parents, and those closest to her, Nicole begins to spiral out of control. Meanwhile, Samantha Richardson begs her father to reconsider, while her twin brother Tyrell sides with Smitty, highlighting the deep rift within the Richardson family. Martin, caught between two opposing forces, sees his relationship with Smitty further deteriorate. Elsewhere in town, Sheriff Elon Hawthorne unexpectedly pulls Jacob from a case to assign him a new investigation, one that may be connected to Kenny's death. Although Jacob doesn't know Marcel Malone is behind the incident, Elon does, and seems intent on protecting his son from the devastating truth that could soon emerge. Elon knows Jacob's keen investigative instincts won't overlook a single detail, forcing him to act before it's too late. The episode, airing on July 18, 2025, opens with a sunrise over Crestwood, where the fog hides not just the sound of an incoming storm, but centuries of secrets about to erupt. From the opening scene, the atmosphere is suffocatingly tense, like the Richardson family mansion itself is holding its breath, waiting for the truth to be revealed. Nicole walks into the mansion like a warrior delivering judgment, heading toward the grand foyer where Martin stands, his shoulders heavy with guilt. After 2 years of silence, Martin's horrific accident has returned like a nightmare. Smitty, acting as an unofficial judge, expelled Martin from the house after discovering the truth. Nicole, once strong and resilient, now overwhelmed with pain, is burning with unanswered questions. Vanessa's nervous story about Martin canceling the press conference due to a family emergency only heightens Nicole's suspicions. With sharp eyes and unrelenting determination, Nicole demands answers, no matter the cost. One glance at Martin is enough to shatter her. Rage turns into a desperate hunger for the truth. Anita's arrival makes the atmosphere even heavier. A powerful matriarch, she holds the keys to the family's secrets. Her silence and averted eyes tell Nicole everything. Anita is complicit. Eventually, Anita reveals that the old accident wasn't just a mistake, but the result of a deep-rooted conspiracy covered up by the entire family, including Nicole's ex-husband, Ted. The biggest revelation comes when Nicole learns that Ted and Anita had conspired from the start to protect the silence, motivated by family reputation, peace, and love. As her trust, marriage, and family crumble, tears fall from Nicole's eyes. Everything she believed in turns out to be a mask hiding the truth. As Nicole processes the betrayal, the Richardson family continues to fracture. Samantha stands fiercely loyal to her brother, defending Martin and pleading with Smitty to let him return. Tyrell, the twin, maintains a cold, rational perspective, believing Martin should take responsibility. The divide between the siblings reflects the painful conflict within the family. The mansion now feels like a battlefield, where everyone must choose a side. At the same time, across town, Sheriff Elon Hawthorne removes Jacob from the sensitive Kenny case and takes it on himself. Not to hide the truth, but because he knows how dangerous the leads are. Jacob is still too clean to face such darkness. This decision sparks tension within law enforcement and foreshadows deeper secrets. The episode unfolds as a cascade of family confrontations, bitter revelations, loyalty tests, and crumbling power structures. Nicole captivates the audience with her painful strength. Samantha moves viewers with her unwavering love for her brother, while Elon stuns with his quiet but deliberate maneuvering. As night falls, Crestwood is at the eye of the storm. The town's inner workings have been exposed. Truth, like a tidal wave through a sandcastle, continues to destroy and reshape relationships. Fear, sacrifice, and betrayal all combine into a haunting and dramatic episode, keeping viewers riveted as they await what lies behind the gates. The July 18th episode is not just about revealing secrets. It marks a pivotal moment where each character must choose: confront or deny, protect or betray, love or hate. Every decision now leads to an unpredictable future for the Crestwood family. Martin returns to the mansion after 2 years in exile, carrying the heavy burden of a long-hidden truth. Smitty, both close friend and father figure, listens as Martin finally confesses about that dreadful night when he nearly killed a ticket seller, now known to be Kenneth. Martin admits his silence was driven by fear, guilt, and a desire to protect his family. Smitty is stunned by the depth of the secret and Martin's 2-year silence, creating an irreparable rift. The soundtrack cuts abruptly as fear rises, and Smitty's fury ignites. He had hoped Martin would not only confess but take responsibility. Anita, who knew about the situation all along, appears as a quietly burning flame within the mansion. She takes responsibility as both wife and mother, admitting she stayed silent to protect the family name and avoid public scrutiny. When Martin confesses, she aligns herself with Smitty, finally ready to face the truth. Her silent resolve proves that, even late, truth forces unity. Vernon, who once paid Kenneth to stay quiet, now realizes that wasn't enough to suppress the consequences. He sees Joey, who mediated the payment, as deeply tied to the issue and now wants nothing more to do with it. Vernon feels torn between Anita's insistence on silence and his own rising anxiety. He worries about how Nicole will react, since both he and Ted have kept secrets from her for years. Nicole is stunned by the news of the canceled press conference, the emergency excuse, and Martin's sudden return. She realizes she was kept in the dark, not only by her ex-husband and parents, but by her entire family. Her anger erupts like a crashing wave. Everything she built her beliefs on, trust, love, safety, was a web of lies. The betrayal is so deep that instead of shouting, she withdraws into icy resolve. Her footsteps echo through the mansion like thunder, heralding a silent but fierce war. Samantha, Nicole and Smitty's daughter, bravely stands by her brother, defending him like a protective shield. Tyrell, however, approaches the situation logically, believing Martin must face the consequences of his silence. The sibling divide is clear, reflecting the Richardson family's heartbreak and inner turmoil. The mansion is now a war zone where every member must pick a side. Ironically, Sheriff Elon pulls Jacob off the Kenny case to handle it himself. He knows how sensitive it is and can't let Jacob's presence jeopardize the investigation. This move highlights a parallel tension. The Richardson family's collapse mirrored in the town's unraveling mystery. The rift between father and son hints at a deeper dark secret beneath the surface. Meanwhile, Bill becomes an important link in the chain. Seeing a chance to gain power and favor from Vernon, he struggles between ambition and responsibility. His interaction with Danny adds a moment of pause, though the tension remains. Bill realizes his next move will have serious consequences in this power game. The club scene, where Bill and Danny take a brief reprieve, offers a different perspective of Crestwood. Despite the glamour, the memory of Kenneth and the fateful night still lingers. Silence reigns, as if everyone is bracing for an inevitable explosion. Smitty, meanwhile, prepares to handle the truth with calculated coldness. He loves his son, but can no longer tolerate continued silence. He makes it clear: the family must now face the truth, regardless of the pressure. Smitty becomes the guiding voice for Martin, giving him a choice: take responsibility or continue living in the shadows. Martin's return isn't the end. It's the beginning of another war. A war of emotions within the Richardson family. Nicole, Giovanni, Elon, Bill, and the town itself all find themselves drawn into a hunt for truth. The upheaval threatens to reshape power dynamics, shake alliances, and force everyone who once relied on silence to confront themselves and the community. As the camera pans away from the mansion, the final scene unfolds under the dusk sky. Nicole walks alone down a long hallway, eyes sharp like steel, ready to face a treacherous future. Martin sits in the dark living room, searching for light amid chaos. Smitty stands silently by the window, determined, but questioning whether he's done enough. Bill stares out into the garden, gripping his fist full of ambition. Elon types on his phone, quietly observing, prepared to dive back into the Kenny case if needed. The episode ends with a second dawn in Crestwood, unlike the previous day. The cracks in the family have spread to the town's very soul. Secrets can no longer be hidden. Silence is no longer safe, and each person must now decide: conceal or confront, rise or be broken. This conclusion opens up a future filled with both promise and danger. Viewers eagerly await the next installment, where every relationship will be tested, every secret gnawed at, and every power redefined by each decision made. The next chapter is expected to focus on two key developments: Nicole's reaction as she confronts Ted, and Elon's new actions in the Kenny investigation. Will the Richardson family rebuild trust, or descend further into chaos? Will the town behind the gates protect its ideals, or collapse when another revelation explodes? Hints suggest that both Marcel and Elon are caught up in Martin's secret, and as more people learn the truth, the question remains: will Jacob be pulled into the mystery, or be left completely in the dark? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Beyond the Gates updates and revelations.